Hello everyone. In today's lecture of pharmacognosy, we are going to study what are alkaloids. Alkaloids, the term alkaloid or phenylketonuria was coined by German pharmacist Carl F.W. Meissner in 1890. Since they are basic or alkali-like, therefore the name coined was alkaloids. Alkaloids are naturally occurring organic substances predominantly found in plant sources including marine algae and rarely in animals. For example, in the toxic secretion of fire ants, ladybugs and toads. They occur mostly in seed-bearing plants, mainly in berries, bark, fruits, roots and leaves. Definition: these are the organic products of natural or synthetic origin which are basic in nature, containing one or more nitrogen atoms, normally of heterocyclic nature, and possesses specific physiological action on human or animal body when used in a small quantities. They are present in various parts of plants like aerial parts, for example, ephedra, ephedrine, entire plant of vinca that contains vincristine, vinblastine, and in leaves of tea, caffeine, and in roots of Rauwolfia that contains reserpine alkaloids, in bark of cinchona that contains quinine alkaloid, in seed Naxomica, it contains strychnine. In fruits of black pepper, it contains piperine. In latex of opium, that contains morphine and codeine. Uses of alkaloids are as analgesic, antimalarials, antispasmodic, hypertension, mental disorders, and anticancerous. Distribution: they are found abundantly in angiosperm, that is higher plants. Alkaloids are found primarily in plants and are especially common in certain families of flowering plants. The families rich in alkaloids are Apocynaceae, Rubiaceae, Solanaceae, Papaveraceae, Barbadaceae. The functions of alkaloids in plant is not yet understood. It has been suggested that they are simply waste product of plants, metabolic processes, but evidence suggests that they may serve specific biological function in some plants. The concentration of alkaloids increases just prior to seed formation and then drops off when the seed is ripe, suggesting that alkaloids may play a role in this process. Alkaloids may also protect some plants from destruction by certain insect species. The chemical structure of alkaloids are extremely variable. Generally, alkaloids contain at least one nitrogen atom in an amine type of structure, that is, one derived from ammonia by replacing hydrogen atoms. With hydrogen and carbon group called hydrocarbons, these or another nitrogen atom can be active as a base in acid-base reaction. The name alkaloid, alkali-like, was originally applied to the substances because, like the inorganic alkalis, they react with acid to form salts. Most alkaloids have one or more their nitrogen atoms as a part of the ring of the atom, frequently called as a cyclic system. Alkaloid names generally end in the suffix -ine, a reference to their chemical classification as amines. In their pure form, most alkaloids are colorless, non-volatile, crystalline solids, and they also tend to have a bitter taste. These are some examples of alkaloids: morphine, quinine, ephedrine, strychnine, and nicotine. Chemical taste for alkaloids. The chemical taste used for detection of alkaloids depends on their character to precipitate with organic acid in the form of their salts. These are also precipitated by the reaction of compounds of heavy metals like mercury, gold, platinum, etc., caffeine and some other alkaloids which are highly water soluble. Do not give the test with usual reagents. These are the reagents that used to identify alkaloids. Mayer's reagent that contain potassium mercuric iodide solution that produces the cream color. Wagner's reagent, solution of iodine in potassium iodide that produces a reddish brown color. Dragon drop reagent that contains potassium bismuth iodide solution that produces a reddish brown color. And Hager's reagent that contains saturated solution of picric acid that gives yellow color when alkaloids are present in the sample. Extraction and isolation of alkaloids. It is based on their basic characters and solubility pattern. The powdered material is moistened with the water and mixed with lime, which combines with the acid, tannins and other phenolic substances and sets free the alkaloid salts. Extraction is then carried out with organic solvents such as ether or petroleum spirit. The concentrated organic liquid is then shaken with the aqueous acid and allowed to separate. Alkaloid salts are now in aqueous liquid while many impurities remain behind the organic liquid. The powder material is extracted with the polar solvent such as water or aqueous alcohol containing dilute acid. Pigments and other unwanted materials are removed by shaking with the chloroform or other organic solvents. They free the alkaloids are then precipitated by the addition of excess sodium bicarbonate or ammonia and then separated by filtration or by extraction with organic solvents. Thank you.